folks? I'm back once again doing another video game review, and this time I'm reviewing Dead to Rights for the PS2, Xbox, and the Nintendo GameCube. And it's pretty much about a cop named Jack Slade who was investigating something that was going on at either a construction site or a construction lanyard where he finds his father was murdered by someone. He pretty much called him in, and he tried to find out who was pretty much behind his father getting killed. And pretty much he ended up going to a like strip club to pretty much investigate further, but what ended up happening is that he ended up getting framed for a crime that he didn't commit, and he ended up getting convicted for that particular crime. And while he was in prison, he pretty much was planning his escape before he actually went and did it. He ended up doing like different tasks, like doing pretty much a arm wrestling challenge with one of the inmates. And another example of it was he doing pretty much successfully hitting a puncher bag a certain amount of times. You like after you complete these like these mini games, you like give them like packs of cigarettes or whatever. So when Jack actually escapes, he goes out to find out who killed his father and framed him in the process. But as you go further and further into the game, you find out about the corruption that was existing in that particular city, particularly from the mayor and the police chief. And one thing I can say is like it's really like the police chief that's the final boss in this game, not the mayor, which it's a bit of a head scratcher because normal sling it. The main reason is because the mayor is the boss of the police department. And the police chief is pretty much the mayor's employee. I wonder why it's kind of like I wonder why the police chief and not the mayor is the final boss. But anyway, there's a whole lot of corruption in this particular city, and the pretty much the mayor and the police chief is part of it. But with the game itself, it has pretty much kind of a revenge type of thing going on, and it's kind of got a dark tone to it also. But now, in the game, you can actually use different types of guns from, you got like handguns, assault rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, and stuff like that. And you can also use Shadow to kill one of the enemies, and what will happen is the dog will take the gun and give it to Jack, which is something new in my honest opinion, but it's a pretty good feature though. And you can use a particular the closest enemy to you as a human shield. Of course, you grab them. You grab them during like a gunfight, especially when things get thick. And once all the enemies are like dead and whatever, you could pretty much like put that guy, the enemy you had as a human shield, put him on his knees and pretty much shoot him in the back of the head, execution style. Honestly, that is pretty brutal to do in the game. Quite honestly, like pop somebody in the back of the head after you use them for a human shield. Well, as far as the enemy is concerned. Now another thing that's in the game are the the different types of mini games that exist, and they range from pretty much like picking a lock to like a door, or to pretty much defusing a bomb. And defusing the bombs are the most challenging and nerve-wracking mini game that exists in the Dead to Rights, mainly because you got there's like a time limit. The pattern to it has like a specific pattern with each bomb that you have to defuse. You get in the tiny pin that you use to defuse the bomb cannot go outside the lines that the line pattern that's in the bomb. So it's pretty like nerve wracking. You don't have room to mess up either. So that's the main reason why this particular mini game is like so nerve wracking. Anybody who played this particular mini game will tell you that. And another thing is that it does have a beat 'em up aspect to it, but the thing is you won't like use it a lot in this game. I would say it consists of around 10% of the actual gameplay, the Dead to Rights. So another thing is that you can grab a fire extinguisher, throw it toward the enemy, and shoot it while it coming down to take them out too. So that's something that's different than from other other games that's similar in genre to it. And as far as like the graphics and the gameplay is concerned, it's they're good, but like the graphics are not great. It kind of like didn't age well a little bit. Honestly, I wish they could have spent a little bit more time with the characters to make them look better, because the characters themselves are the only ones that really didn't age that well. So they should have spent more time making the characters look more realistic, as it were. At the the soundtrack, it's pretty good, and it fits the mood of the game and its dark tone. But now, to me, the best part of the game is the controls, is because the different type of guns you can use, along with the different mini games that exist. Now, as far as the mini games are concerned, they range from easy to challenging. They're not like insanely hard to complete. And the main reason to say I can say some of the mini games are challenging are because of the defusing the bombs that you have to defuse. Uh, this Now the game itself is not it's somewhere in the middle in terms of difficulty. It's not too hard, and it's not a cakewalk neither. I can definitely tell you that. And truthfully, my main gripe is pretty much is the fact that the man, the police chief, are not in the game a lot, and there's no, like I say, the character development for both of them are not there. You know what I'm saying? They should have been in the game more than they were. You know, outside of the cutscenes and the boss battles with those two. And one thing that I didn't see coming while playing the game is that the one woman who worked for Jack's father, like, pretty much betrayed Jack, and she ended up getting killed in that same cutscene where she betrayed Jack. It was it wasn't that big of a twist, but it was something I didn't see coming. Now, this is pretty, like I said, it's a pretty good game with some graphs that I do have. You know, as far as the score is concerned, I would definitely give it an 8. And it's kind of like it's one of those games that I can recommend if you're into this type of action, suspense, like drama, whatever you want to call it. And so the grapes are noticeable, but it's not that big of a deal to where I can say this is a straight turd fest. And one thing I do want to mention is that critics and gamers have like pretty much compared Dead to Rights to Max Payne. Truth be told, I have noticed two specific similarities with both games in that both of them have like dark tones to them, and the main lead the lead protagonists in both games are former cops. That's the only two similarities that I noticed between Max Payne and Dead to Rights. You know. Now with that being said, if you like Dead to Rights, or if you notice more similarities between Dead to Rights and Max Payne, you can mention it in the comment section. If you like this particular video review, don't hesitate to thumbs up the button. Click the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.